Yesterday, was that a vote of confidence? Did you take it as that? A vote of confidence that they trust government again?
We're earning their trust again. Okay. We're earning it. And if anybody in county government thinks for 1 minute that everything is all, hunky-dory again with they got another thing, they have to continue to prove it each and every day.
I think that what convinced voters, though, was, again, we continued to make presentations on the financial condition. I think the voters did find in the course of a year that we took our time in making decisions. We didn't jump into a sales tax campaign immediately in May, which would have really necessitated a very probably premature decision as early as, if you will recall, the first week of January. So we took our time. We looked at the finances, of the county. We looked at them for 6 months, ascertained where we were and what we needed, and at that point in time, in conjunction with our budgetary process that I think was very fully explained to the elected officials and everyone else, devising those numbers, working with the auditor, to assure that they were the proper numbers. And once we then started making presentations to people and demonstrated to them, and again it was at first to the chambers, I think was the first one that we made it to, a detailed one, to the newspaper editorial boards, and then to other different groups, in more or less detail. But once we convinced people that we were actually, between 2007 and 2012, we would be $22.3 million, have less in revenues than we would have had otherwise, and into 2013 even more. Once we established those kinds of numbers and repeated them, both with the support of the auditor, once we established that this was a bipartisan, not a political issue, once we obtained the support of, both parties, once we started obtaining the support of the, of business as well as labor, and of a variety of other entities, the Stark County Police Chiefs Association, and once we explained, where the budget would lead to and what cuts were going to occur if, in fact, we did not pass the sales tax. Where Stark County stands in the relationship to every other county in Ohio, it still is a rather, what word do I want? I mean, it just, it stands out when we are the lowest sales tax in the state of Ohio and yet the 7th largest sales tax. All of those points put together, I think, just created a certain momentum, and people began to understand and believe that it wasn't made up, and I think that those were the issues that convinced the majority of people to support the sales tax. We still have a lot of work to do, obviously, and we intend to continue to take it very seriously.
The seriousness of the safety issue was a big thing. I think people believed there was some criticism that it was a scare tactic that we were using to try to get this tax, but I think most people realized that it wasn't a scare tactic. It was a reality that the jail situation, the justice system was in a mess, and I think they supported that. So would you term it a reality that's scary rather than, is that a better way to put it than scare tactic? Well, it was scary. It was scary. Right. Turning to another topic, Commissioner Ferguson, the merger and consolidation of services, government services across Stark County. We have a resolution of who's mayor of Canton now. Are you going to pick up with that with renewed vigor that the elections are over with? I will be speaking to the mayor again with reference to trying to cohabitate or merge the building departments. I have a meeting with set up with RPC and North Canton to try to look at getting together with the building departments. We have Kurt Shearing is going to get together with Larry Long, the head of the County Commission Association, to look at the possibility of looking at the certification that the health department has in Stark County for plumbing. Certification, maybe we can change some of those things that I think are archaic. But yes, we are going to move ahead with great vigor always. Right? Okay. Okay. One final question. One topic that I particularly was fond of was getting into the unfunded mandates. Are we going to continue with that, or is that too frustrating to try and deal with?
Well, I think a very thorough and very detailed list, and I don't know whether you've ever seen the list or not, but there's a very detailed list of what we consider to be unfunded mandates. This was Judge Taryn Heath that headed up that subcommittee.
Right.
We think that she did a great job. We had at least one, if not two, meetings with some of the state legislators. I think that we should continue to ask them, but again, not a great deal of progress was made on the issue of unfunded mandates.